My beloved child, you did not stumble upon this by accident. Heaven has watched your suffering, and today I say, enough is enough. You have carried pain longer than you were meant to, and now I am stepping in myself. Do not turn away. This message was sent from above just for you. My child, I have counted every tear you cried in silence, and today I declare before heaven and earth that your season of suffering ends now. You wondered how much longer you could endure, but listen closely, for I am intervening right now, and everything is about to change. You were not forgotten, overlooked, or delayed by chance. I allowed the waiting, but today I say that I am moving on your behalf. I speak to you as one who knows you completely, as one who formed you before your first breath and remained with you through every unseen battle. I saw the moments when your strength failed and your heart felt too heavy to lift again. I heard the prayers you whispered when words felt unsafe to say aloud, and I watched you stand when everything in you wanted to fall. You questioned your worth, your future, and sometimes even my nearness, yet you kept going, even if it was only one breath at a time. That perseverance did not go unnoticed. I was closer than you realized, closer than your fear, closer than your doubt, holding you when you thought you were holding yourself together alone. There were nights when silence pressed against your chest and you wondered why answers did not come. You searched for meaning in the delay and tried to make sense of pain that felt unfair and unending. I want you to know this clearly. Your suffering was never a punishment, and your tears were never a weakness. They were seeds. I allowed the pressure not to break you but to shape you, not to destroy you but to prepare you for what could not be trusted to a fragile heart. Still, hear me now, for this is important. Preparation has reached its limit. Refining has done its work. I will not allow the weight to remain now that the purpose has been fulfilled. I am stepping into what has felt stuck. I am touching what has resisted change. I am loosening what has held you back despite your effort and your faith. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but movement has begun. What was blocked is opening. What was delayed is aligning. What felt impossible is yielding to my authority. Do not underestimate what happens when I decide that the time has come. When I move, no force can reverse it, and no voice can silence it. I do not act halfway, and I do not abandon what I begin. I know you learned how to survive by staying quiet, by lowering expectations, by telling yourself not to hope too much. You did that to protect your heart, and I understand. But I am asking you now to lift your eyes again. Not because everything will be perfect, but because you no longer have to carry this alone. The burden you have been dragging is not meant for the next season. Lay it down. Release the fear that says it will always be this way. Let go of the lie that says you are behind or unworthy of rest. I am restoring what was taken from you piece by piece, breath by breath, moment by moment. You have felt overlooked by people and misunderstood by circumstances, but you have never been overlooked by heaven. I marked you in the waiting. I guarded you in the confusion. I protected you from outcomes you could not see and from harm that never reached you because I stood in the way. There were doors that did not open because they would have led you into deeper pain, and there were paths that ended abruptly because I was redirecting you toward life. Trust me when I tell you that nothing was wasted. Even the detours served you, even the losses taught you, even the silence shaped your strength. Now I speak peace into the places that learn to expect disappointment. I speak healing into memories that still ache when you least expect it. I speak clarity where confusion lingered and hope where weariness tried to settle. You do not have to force faith, you only have to stay open. Let me do what you could not do by effort or endurance. Let me carry what you have been carrying too long. I am not asking you to pretend you are fine. I am inviting you to be honest and to trust that my presence is enough. Be careful not to dismiss this moment as just another message. I am reaching you now because your heart is ready in a way it was not before. You have been softened by struggle and strengthened by survival, and that combination matters. Do not rush past this with distraction or doubt. Stay present. Stay open. The shift you have prayed for does not always arrive with noise. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a deep breath after holding it too long, like light returning before you notice the dark has lifted. Type Amen. Jesus is the answer to all my needs if He holds every solution in your life. I also ask you to guard what I am doing within you. Not everyone will understand the changes you are about to experience, and not everyone needs to hear the details of what I am unfolding. Protect your peace. Stay close to me. Listen more than you speak. Let the work finish its course. When the fruit appears, it will speak for itself. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. My affirmation is enough, and my timing is precise. There may still be moments when fear tries to rise and remind you of past disappointments. When that happens, come back to this truth. I am with you now. Not watching from a distance, not waiting for you to be stronger, but present and active. I am guiding your steps even when you cannot see the full path. Trust the next step. Obedience in small things will open doors you thought were closed forever. I am renewing your strength in ways that go deeper than rest. I am restoring your joy in ways that do not depend on circumstances. I am teaching your heart to feel safe again, to believe again, to receive again. What is ahead will not look like what is behind. You are not returning to the same cycles. You are stepping into something new, something steadier, something rooted in peace rather than survival. So breathe, my child. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart settle. You do not have to fight this moment or question it into doubt. Receive it. I am here. I have always been here. And now, as you move forward, know this with certainty. Heaven sent this message just for you, and I will walk with you into everything that comes next. My child, stop for a moment. Yes, you. I am speaking to you now, not to the many, not to the crowd, not to those who will pass this by without listening. I have interrupted your routine, your scrolling, your thoughts, your plans, because this moment was arranged by heaven long before your day began. Nothing about this is accidental. You did not arrive here by chance, curiosity, or coincidence. I drew you here. I called you here. I placed this directly in your path because your spirit is ready to hear what your heart has been crying out for, even when your lips could not form the words. Do not rush past this. Do not treat this as ordinary. When I interrupt, it is because something eternal is pressing into time, and I need your attention now. I know the habit to move on, to doubt, to tell yourself this is not really for you. I know how quickly your mind tries to reason its way out of receiving what I am offering. But listen carefully, because if you leave now, you will feel it later. You will sense that something meant for you slipped past because you did not stay. This message is not for everyone who hears it, but it is for you. I am speaking directly to your life, your season, your hidden questions, and your unspoken pain. Heaven's attention is fixed on you in this moment, and that alone should tell you how important this is. I am not distant as I speak. I am close, nearer than your breath, aware of the tension in your chest, the heaviness in your thoughts, the weariness you carry even when you smile. I see the way you keep going out of responsibility rather than strength. I see how you learn to move forward without expecting relief, because disappointment taught you to guard your hope. But today I interrupt that pattern. Today I interrupt the cycle of endurance without renewal. I am not asking for a few seconds of your attention. I am asking you to stay, because what I am about to speak will settle something deep within you that has been restless for far too long. You may wonder why this feels different, why something inside you stirred when you heard these words. It is because my spirit is touching the place in you that has been waiting for reassurance, direction, and truth. I know the doubts that whisper, telling you that this cannot really be personal, that I would not pause heaven for you. But those doubts are not from me. I pause for my children. I speak when it matters. I intervene when silence has done its work. And silence has done its work in you. You have learned patience, endurance, and humility. Now it is time to learn trust at a deeper level. Trust that allows you to receive instead of only survive. Do not underestimate the urgency of this moment. I am not speaking later, and I am not postponing what I have to say. This is now. There are shifts that require awareness, and there are instructions that must be received before circumstances change. I know how easy it is to tell yourself you will come back to this, that you will listen another time when you are less distracted or more prepared. But hear me clearly. Delaying this moment will not bring clarity. It will only extend confusion. When I speak with urgency, it is because the timing matters, and you are standing at a point where attentiveness will protect you from regret. Please support our channel. Our work is to bring happiness in your life and devotion to God. And if you want, you can donate to us via Super Thanks to show your support. I see how much you have carried without explanation. I see how often you told yourself to be strong because you did not feel permitted to be honest about how tired you are. You learned to adapt, to adjust, to endure, but endurance was never meant to be your permanent state. I am interrupting because I want you to know that what you are feeling is not weakness. It is a signal that you are ready for something new, something lighter, something aligned with what I intended for you from the beginning. This interruption is an invitation to step out of automatic motion and into awareness of what I am doing right now. I am aware that part of you is cautious. You have been disappointed before. You have hoped before. You have listened before. And when things did not change immediately, you learned to protect yourself by lowering expectation. I am not offended by that. I understand it. But I am asking you to let me speak past your defenses, past your logic, past your learned skepticism. This is not about convincing you emotionally. This is about aligning you spiritually. Your spirit recognizes my voice even when your mind hesitates, and that recognition is why you are still here listening. Heaven is not distracted. Heaven is not rushed. Heaven is not confused about you. I have seen every step you took that no one applauded. I have seen the restraint you showed when you could have reacted. I have seen the faith you held quietly when doubts surrounded you. All of that matters. All of that brought you to this moment. This is not a generic pause. This is a targeted interruption because something in your life is about to require clarity, and clarity comes when you listen, not when you rush. If you feel a pull to stay, that is not curiosity, that is calling. If you feel resistance, that is fear of change, not discernment. Learn to tell the difference. Discernment brings peace even when it challenges you. Fear brings excuses and urgency to escape. I am asking you to choose discernment now. Stay present. Stay open. Let this moment unfold without trying to control it or analyze it away. I am not overwhelming you. I am steadying you. You do not need to prove that you deserve this moment. You do not need to qualify yourself. You are here because I wanted you here. That is enough. I speak to you as my child, not as a project to be fixed or a problem to be solved. I speak with authority because I know what is ahead, and I speak with tenderness because I know what you have been through. Those two things can exist together, and they do in me. I am interrupting because I want your attention before other voices crowd in again. Before distractions pull you back into noise. Before doubt convinces you that this was nothing. This is something. This is a beginning. Not loud, not dramatic, but deliberate. The kind of beginning that changes direction quietly and then unfolds with purpose. You will look back on this moment and realize it mattered more than you understood at the time. So stay with me. Let your mind slow down. Let your heart soften. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to hear this. Heaven is not rushing you, but heaven is watching. And right now, all of heaven's attention is focused on you, listening with you, witnessing this moment of connection. Do not leave. Do not doubt it away. Receive what is happening here, because this interruption was sent for you, and it is the doorway to everything that comes next. My beloved child, I see you. Not the version of you that smiles when asked how you are, not the one that keeps going because stopping feels impossible, but the real you beneath all of that. I see the exhaustion that has settled into your bones, the kind that sleep does not fix and rest does not reach. I see how tired you are in ways you have never fully explained to anyone, because words feel too small to carry the weight of what you have been enduring. You wake up already weary, and you lie down still carrying the day with you, your mind refusing to be quiet even when your body begs for relief. I know the nights when sleep would not come, the hours you stared into the darkness while your thoughts replayed conversations, regrets, fears, and unanswered questions. I know how your mind raced with what-ifs and why-nots, how you tried to pray but felt too drained to form sentences, so you simply lay there, hoping I could understand what you could not say. I did understand. Every sigh, every tear that slid silently into your pillow, every moment you felt alone with your thoughts, I was there with you. You were never abandoned in those hours, even when it felt like no one else knew you were struggling to make it through the night. I see the emotional weight you have carried, the disappointment layered on top of disappointment, the hope that rose only to be bruised again. You trusted, and it hurt. You believed,